Ladies and gentlemen, doctors, you have two choices. You can give all your goddamn money to the post office for stamps and to the printer for printing nice, beautiful, color, elegant brochures, which do absolutely nothing in almost all cases. Okay? You can give it to the people who chop the trees and make paper out of it. To the designer who designs it, I said that already, I guess. To the newspaper, to the yellow page. You can give it to this type of people. Or you can give that same money, not in terms of money, in terms of your time, which you apparently have free time, otherwise you wouldn't want more new patient, goddammit! And you can give it to the community. I have heard things such as, well, my Panorex was $100,000, or whatever this suckers cost, okay? Somebody has to pay for it. Oh. How many Panorex do you take right now a day? 3? Oh, okay. So the machine stands empty how often, how long? Oh, well, what are you trying to say, Helmut? Well, what I'm trying to say is, whether you make 50 Panorexes a day or any other laser machine you might have, whatever it may be, or whether you only do 2 or 3, your lease, whether you paid it already off or whether you're still paying on it, is the same. So you might as well use it to attract more people. Because people will not come because you have it, like the salesperson of this $100,000 machine was telling you. If you want to keep doing things the way you're doing and expect different results, you are insane, and that's all there is to it. Stop being insane. Start changing things. Yeah? Times have changed. Things are not working anymore like 50 years ago where people just come to you. Help people with something they need and want. They will do service with you. Now, some of you might have had thorough experience that if you give away service, people don't buy. While you're a tiny bit right with it, you're very wrong with it. Tiny bit right, very wrong with it. Okay? Tiny bit right is it's true that if you attract lots of those people, a certain percentage, let's say 10%, okay. Let's say 30 or 40% will not do anything except you're special. Now, if you now think they take advantage of you, it's not true. You offered the special, they came, they got the special, they took it, and they took nothing else. They did not take advantage of you, they just took what you offered. And here's the thing, I can guarantee you that if only 20 to 25% of the people who come in, meaning 2 to 3 people, 2 to 2.5 whatever people out of 10, take the normal service, your marketing would just have been a lot cheaper than you otherwise with the other marketing methods would be getting. And if you only get 25% conversion rate, your office stinks, your staff stinks, and you stink, not your patients. Stop blaming them. I'm not the only consultant who preaches this type of things, even though I may be a little more eminent about it. And I'm not a sandwich store, as I tell people, where what do you want? Mayonnaise, mustard, no mustard, this bread? No. I'm a consultant, I'm a doctor, and I'm going to tell you what to do. Okay? So, you got to realize that I've seen doctors who are my clients and doctors who are not my clients who do this principle. And then the ones who are normal, decent, they have a normal, decent practice. Practice is pleasant. They're normal, decent salespeople. They will sell 50 and more % at any given time. And that spells money. Almost all doctors I know get the good ones, they have large practices and stuff. They get their big cases. People spending $5, $8, $10, $20 and more $1,000. in their mouth as a dentist. They get their big cases from people who have with them 1, 2, and 3 years. Some of them came in with a total special. Many of them, of course. The people who do most of the people who have large practices, who get the normal everyday functional dentistry done, those are the people who on an average also sell more big cases than the guys who only want to sell big cases. The guys who only want to sell big cases are stressed to hell, in my humble opinion, most of the time super unethical, because they only care about what they want to do, not what the patient needs. They forgot that they're healthcare practitioners needing to get a guy fixed in what he should be, so that he have a functional mouth, doesn't have infections in his mouth, and by doing so gets more sick. Okay? They're only interested in their own, what they can show to other dentists, and getting this, you know, and wanting to say, see, I work 20 hours a week, and I'm having 8-hour appointments, and that's what I do. Well, first of all, most of them right now are about to go broke. Most, not all. Okay? Because it's not so easy to get money out of people anymore than what it was 2 years ago, when everybody could get a loan on their house and a loan on their credit card. Okay? So now it's more back to functional dentistry. Okay? And you get these people in with our specials by being a community activist. There's of course the community things, doing good things for people outside, but in terms of loss leader, they will come, and if they just more or less like you, they will stick with you, and they will down the road do more work. In the end, it doesn't really matter whether you have 10 people a day in a chair, each one doing whatever it is. As long as your chairs are full, you do couple, 2, 3 fillings, or 1 crown, or 1 root canal, or whatever it may be. So whether you have 10 people spending $30,000 or whether you have 2 people spending $30,000 is more or less the same. More or less, I said. I understand that there's, number one, the fun of doing exclusive work, and I understand that, you know, if you do 3 3-unit bridges, or let's just say 1 3-unit bridge, that takes almost as long as 1 bridge. I got that. I got that. But the point is, the second best down is to have the chairs filled with normal functional dentistry, and have lots of them filled. Have so many that you need 1 or 2 or 3 other dentists. Why? Because so that you can take a day or 2 off if and when you want it, if and when your family demands it. Loss leaders are one part to it. Of course, life is a synergy. Loss leader is not all of it. Nothing is all of it. Nothing whatsoever. Can we help people who don't accept loss leaders? Absolutely. We have. We always do. Okay? As long as they're not against everything we do. Okay? However, it is foolish to not use something which is universally working, has universally worked ever since, and use it for blood. Because in the end, dear doctor, what is important to you is not whether you have high prices or whether you have no loss leader. In the end, what is important to you is this: help lots of people, make good money at it, have still time left over for your personal life, and be respected as a professional and as a business owner. But nothing of that has anything to do whether you have loss leaders or not. Don't be like, for instance, the podiatrist who says, Dr. Schull, you know, the guy with the inserts, you know, cheap inserts, whatever, $5 then or whatever, you know, Dr. Schull, oh, hey, what a garbage, what this? And yet everybody would love to have his fame, his money, and everything else. Only because he's so professional. Ladies and gentlemen, realize, okay, when you do a bleaching for $200, and the guy can get it there at Walmart for $20, you're not competing with it. And it doesn't matter how much you say that your bleaching is better and whatever. He will first try the other one, and he will try many of those other ones before he goes to your one ever. And he will not commit as a loss leader. Very rarely. You've got to give him something he can only get with you, which happens to be a cleaning. And an x-ray and an exam doesn't do any good. He already knows he has a rotten mouth. He doesn't need you to tell him for free. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be a switch and bait. Don't think people are stupid out there just because they don't have a doctor diploma. You need people to come in. And if you worry about what your neighbor doctor thinks about you, then you're really screwed up in your mind. Because he isn't paying your vacation. He isn't paying your kids' college. He isn't paying your retirement. And you should watch one of my videos about the current economy. Coming by retirement is going to be a very, very tough thing for all of you, and you better learn how to market, and you better throw out all the old rules you had, because those are rules in your mind put in by people who don't know any better. Your old colleagues, your old school professors, and you clinching onto them is just going to get you broke. Loss leader, a good hook, something which is valuable to the other person. And an exam and an x-ray isn't valuable. All he finds out is what he needs. And let me tell you, except some small technical details, he already knows that. I hope this helped. Bye-bye.